Our next door neighbours, called not Christians, called my wife and I the neighbours from heaven. Well, that's encouraging, isn't it? We wouldn't want to be the neighbours from the other side. The lady, she had a stroke. As a consequence of the stroke, she fell into a coma. The daughter came round, spoke to my wife and said to her, we've just met with the consultant and the doctors, and they said that she has no brain activity at all. And so she's on a life support machine, and we've decided as a family we're going to switch off the machine after 5 days so she can die. So my wife said, can we visit your mother? And the daughter said, please, would you visit my mother? Because she was very, very fond of you both. The only day I could go was the 5th day. And she had got transferred to a very prestigious hospital in a city in England called Oxford. You know, about 1 hour drive, whereas the hospital she was at was about 10 minutes away. Okay, so we're now in the car and I've got a bit of a bad attitude. I'm complaining to God. Why does she have to get transferred? We could have been there by now. Now we've got to drive to Oxford. Yeah? So anyway, we get to Oxford and you don't know where to park the car. You then park the car and you don't know where to get the ticket for the car. You know, it's just stressful. Anyway, we eventually get there. I'm just confessing to you my bad attitude. We get into intensive care. We go into her room. She's there. She's got tubes all over her. According to the doctors, she's brain dead and she's going to die the next day. So I walk in and I start talking to her. Hello, Joyce. I said, it's the neighbours from heaven. I said, we've just come to say a prayer for you. So I keep talking to her and I said, now, look, Joyce, and I managed to get hold of her hand and I held Killy's hand and she held her other hand. And I said, Joyce, what we're going to do is pray the Lord's Prayer, okay? So Killy and I started, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name, your kingdom come. When we said, your kingdom come, she woke up.